Hello, this is Professor Homa, and I know you missed me in class, so I'm going to record this just for you, and I'm going to run through the grade sheet assignment just as you would be doing it. So if you needed to use it for any help as you work through it. So I'll go over some things on it just as I would in class, and I'm actually going to start right with working in Blackboard and downloading the file just in case you have any problems. So here's our file that we're going to work with. There's instructions, which is a Word document which you could download and print out and then just follow. Those are going to be your instructions, and then the grade sheet you're going to work on. So like we do in class, it's going to be kind of in a raw format where we're going to do some formatting, some calculations, this is actually a grade sheet like I would use for my grades, so I'm trying to make it kind of relevant in case any of you teach or work with anything like that. So I'm going to right click on here, and I'm going to go save link as, and I'm in Firefox on Windows, and I'm going to save this down into my documents right now, and as this is on my home machine, but I have a CSC112 folder and an Excel folder, and I'm going to save it down inside that folder, and it's called EX grade sheet, and it should have a .xls extension on it, and I'm going to save it. And you can see you might have your downloads area kind of come down. I already saved it to that file, but you can double click on this downloads area to open it up, and it'll launch Excel, and that's what I did right now. And there's my file, and as happens in class, here's this enable editing button that we want to click so that we can see our ribbon up top. So this is the file that you're going to open up. It's EX grade sheet, and I'm going to just follow the sheet just as you would, and there's 11 steps on it. Some take a little longer, some are real quick. So, and I only have 5 minutes for each movie that I'm recording, so I may break this up into 2 tutorials. That way you could go through any one you want. But I'm going to start now with number 1 on our instruction sheet, which says change row heights of range of rows. Remember, the range has that colon in between, so it's 5 through 14. So rows 5 through 14 would be over here. Here's rows 5 through 14. Now I don't have to click here. That would just select those cells. Actually, to select the rows, I'm going to highlight right on the numbers 5 through 14, and anything in those rows will now be highlighted. So that's rows 5 through 14 are highlighted, and I'm going to change the row height. Remember, for row height we go over here to format, and I'm going to go to choose row height, and it says 13. The instructions say change it to 16, so I'm going to change it to 16. Remember, 16 is 16 point. That's how it's reading in Windows. On the Mac, I was working on the Mac version, and you have to put in inches. It's like 0.22 inches for that. It doesn't let you put in points. Even if you put space PT, it won't let you do it. So I'm going to change that, and I'll hit OK, and there's our row heights. It just adds a little bit, because remember our default is 15, so that just made it 16. So it just added us a little spread things out a little bit so it's not so crowded. So we're done with number 1. Number 2, change column widths BT to 4. So B through T. So I'm going up here, clicking right on the letters, and highlighting B through T. Now I'm going to scroll a little bit here. There's B through T, and I can scroll back to see the start of it. There's B through T, and everything's highlighted right now. And I'm going to change the column width to 4. And again, on a Mac, you have to put in like 0.46 inches, and I put that in the instructions. But for us, that means 4 characters. So there's not going to be, there's only most of the time 2 numbers on here, but we're going to shorten to 4 characters. So I'm going to go to Format, and I'm going to use column width, and I'm going to put in 4. And if I hit OK, it shortens everything. You can see it shortened everything except in row 1, you could see all our descriptions for these columns are kind of shortened. So we're gonna change that, and that'll be part of number 3. So again, we changed our row heights, we changed our column widths, and we did that through Format Cell over here. And now I'm going to change the alignment of this information, and I'm actually going to make it go vertically because I don't want to have to spread out my spreadsheet so that everything's real wide. So I want to keep these widths because it's easy to view them. So I'm going to highlight, and notice if I start with cell B1, and again, quick review here, this is cell B1 because it's showing up in my name box. Remember, that's the name box, and it shows your cell reference. This is your formula bar, which actually shows your content of that cell. And right now we're in cell B1. It's obviously the intersection of B and 1.